Matt, could you please introduce yourself and your company?
Sure. My name is Matt Dernis, and I'm a certified financial planner. My company is Retirement Consultant Services. We've been in business for over 20 years, working with business owners, executives, and their businesses.
Matt, what's your biggest challenge?
Well, I think time is always a challenge, right? I think that I like to think that I'm good at managing time, thinking ahead, trying to prepare. But no matter how much time you have, there's always something of interest that can fill that time, and that's always a challenge.
And what's been your greatest leadership learning?
Well, I think when it comes to leadership learning, communication is key. Uh, Knowing how to motivate or I don't even think I like the word motivate. I think getting your team to be on the same page, buy into your vision, sharing that vision with them, helping them see where you think things can go, where everyone can benefit and be successful and get what they want out of the organization you're building.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, how will you adjust your leadership strategies to meet current goals, situations, and obstacles?
Well, so again, it's always explaining your vision and knowing how to do that in a way that, number one, doesn't that seems focused, sounds focused, makes sense, achievable, but yet pushes everyone in a direction that's going to be rewarding for anyone who you're leading or as a part of your team. That's the goal, right? So again, the key is communication. It's how do you put a structure in place.
Are you making any adjustments in that your leadership approach or strategy as of late? Has the pandemic or any new thoughts and ideas caused you to want to make any adjustments in your leadership strategy?
Well, I think it's just compressed time. But I think the strategy's always been the same. It's maintaining focus. It's going back to the strategies I think that have always worked, which is reimagining or discussing and communicating that vision or that goal, and taking the time to prepare. And I think the main strategy is preparation. I mean, if you're not prepared on a daily basis for achieving that goal that you have, I think you're dead in the water.
Matt, how do you want to be remembered?
Well, I don't like to think about how I'll be remembered. I do like to think about how am I presenting myself on a day-to-day basis? And I think, for me, I like to think that I'm persistent and that I'm always showing up every day with my greatest effort. And so, I mean, I guess you could say, after interacting with an individual or with people on a regular basis, hopefully they know that I'm giving my greatest effort every day. And if that's what somebody remembers about me, that's fine. Then I did what I needed to do.
Well, that's a great answer. And knowing you certainly show up every day, and you don't just come across as prepared, Matt, but you always are in the moment, very present, and really appreciate getting to work with you. How has leading peers helped you? And how can you help or are already helping others on their leading peers journey?
Well, leading peers, what's great about leading peers is you have an opportunity to sit down with other people like yourself who are in business and face challenges and are trying to overcome maybe obstacles that they have, or in some cases, maybe things are going well for them. Maybe business is good, and they don't see that they have significant challenges. But once we've sat down and start talking, and you get comfortable enough to start opening up, it's then that you start to really see the bigger picture, and maybe finding some of the blind spots that you're unaware of. And I think for me, that's what's helpful, because like I said, every day you're preparing for the challenges that you have, but it's hard sometimes to take a step back and see a bigger picture, and maybe there's an idea or a strategy that you can tweak, not necessarily make a big change. Like I told you in the beginning, I like to stay focused on my goal. I don't like to make big changes that are going to have a significant, they're going to take you off on a path that maybe you don't want to go. So I think what's great about leading peers is it's just a great way to have a sounding board, and have others say, hey, maybe you want to take a view from a higher level that might be real helpful on that day-to-day challenge.
Yeah. Have you found it helping in areas that are probably not your greatest strength, and maybe hearing the perspective of somebody who in that particular area is incredibly strong, is able to just get you thinking in a different way?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's really where it ends up being a great benefit. You might have somebody that you're talking to that's in your group that's in media or technology, where I'm in finance, and so even if I feel like I'm confident or knowledgeable about a particular area, having an expert on your team just makes it so much easier.
Well, Matt, I can tell you that having a person like you in the peer board, who is such a great listener, who asks such great questions, and is so genuinely interested in helping the other person achieve their goals, is a huge asset to them as well. So I'm thrilled to have you in Leading Peers, and thanks for your time today. And I wish you all the best as you continue to grow with your company and with all your personal endeavors as well.
Thank you.